See, I didn't think you liked doing impressions.
Yeah, I did, because I can't act. But when I pretend to be somebody and they put a big mask on me that makes me look exactly like them,
you can do it.
Then I can act.
In today's video, we're going to go over our favorite impressions done by Norm Macdonald of other celebrities. Perhaps not best known for his impression work, Macdonald was rather amazing at them. First, we have Norm's impression of longtime friend Larry King.
Larry King used to do a bullet point segment thing. We barely had to parody it because it was already so ridiculous, you know. But it would be like, you know, I like yellow, but the best color is orange. Or, you know.
Next is an impression of Richard Nixon answering questions about the infamous Watergate scandal.
Now, Mr. Nixon, when E. Howard Hunt and Gordon Liddy entered the Watergate hotel and broke into the room, at that moment, they were carrying listening devices and wigs. Richard Nixon goes, well, I suppose that they were carrying listening devices. Perhaps you could call them hearing devices and wigs.
Next is a hilarious impression of Clint Eastwood, if he had his own reality series starring him and his family.
I'm married to Clint Eastwood.
6 Oscars, $1 billion at the box office, and I'm in a goddamn reality show.
Tyler Shields is extremely headstrong. I think that's part of the reason he's so appealing to Francesca, is that he's such a man.
I'm talking to you, punk.
Norm has done some spot-on impressions, but this one of Quentin Tarantino has to be one of the closest.
See, now what separates me, okay, from like Hollywood directors, okay, is that I have a huge head, all right, okay? Now I don't mean I have a big ego, okay, because I don't, all right? I mean my actual head is huge, all right? I mean I have to sleep sitting up, okay, like the Elephant Man, or I'll die, all right? But okay, get this though, okay? It was my huge head, okay, that thought up who was perfect to play Marcellus's wife, all right?
Next is Norm's impression of longtime friend David Letterman, which Letterman has said is the only impression of him that he enjoys.
When this big hulking man walks up, big guy, looks me right in the eye, and he gives me one of these. He goes, you got any gum? You got any gum?
He asked you for some gum.
Yeah, that's right.
Rodney Dangerfield is a comedian with a very distinct voice, and Norm captures it perfectly here.
You know, last week he said he had 4 cases of VD. He's all right now, you know. But it's like, you know, he says, one guy says, when are you going to do your next movie? You tell me, you cocksucker, these motherfuckers. Everyone's like, what? I got married, all right, okay? And the woman stands up in a fucking wedding dress, and everyone claps, and then he goes, she's no prize. He goes, she says we have so much in common. I said, I don't like to suck dick.
Before the epic downfall of Bill Cosby, Norm talks about the first time he met the then comedic giant.
So I go, hey, hi, nice to meet you, Mr. Cosby. And he goes like, yes, yes, you know? Yeah. And then you just laugh, you know? And then, so I go, oh man, I go, you're my favorite, you know? And ever since I was a little kid, I always listened to you. You're my dad's favorite comedian ever, you know? And he goes, now where is your dad from? Yeah. You know?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
This next impression is of another good friend of Norm's, Super Dave Osborne, which we also agree is one of his best and closest to the source.
Well, I'm trying to get ready to come out here.
Yes,
he keeps phoning me.
That's what he does.
And he goes, this is what you do. You walk out, you're wearing a pompadour. You just look at Jimmy. You don't say a thing for 5 minutes. So let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1-yard line. You can head it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell.
When Norm worked with Don Rickles on the set of Dirty Work, he talks about how he would give him a line to say, and Rickles would go off.
Say, Don, say this to Artie Lang, you know, say, Baskin Robbins called me today, and they're down to 3 flavors, you know? So then he goes, look at you. He goes, Baskins and Johnson called me. Because you know what they told me? They told me, you ate all their ice cream. All their ice cream. Tubs and tubs of ice cream. And now, they don't. It's like 45 minutes.
And lastly, who could forget the perfect Burt Reynolds impression, stealing the show at Celebrity Jeopardy?
Burt Reynolds.
That's not my name.
Okay. Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, what do you want?
You buzzed in.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
And that's it for today's video. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one.
I am Christopher Walken. Never heard of Christopher Walken. I never heard it before. Yeah. I just assumed everyone could do it.
Everyone does it.